Live, local, late breaking. This is Channel 11 News on Fox 53.
It's a crash mystery. A man killed along a stretch of local highway. Police are hoping this surveillance video will help them solve the case. Thanks for joining us. I'm David Johnson.
And I'm Darieth Chisholm. Now police believe someone else may be responsible for that man's death. The crash happened early Sunday morning along Lincoln Boulevard in Lincoln Borough. Earlier tonight, Channel 11's Gordon Lesh talked with the victim's family, who also want some answers.
Tell him something about your daddy.
We miss him. Miss her.
Twin 5-year-old girls still coming to terms with the death of their father, Alshon Moore. This was the scene early Sunday morning along Lincoln Boulevard in Lincoln Borough. The 29-year-old was with his cousin when their car went off the road, hit a pole, and rolled over. Alshon died, but not in the way police and his family originally thought.
It's just chaos when somebody just knock on your door and say your son is dead. It's chaos to just found that he died from a hit and run when I'm thinking my baby died in a car accident.
County police investigators now say Alshon survived. He was either ejected or pulled himself out of the wreckage and walked back onto the roadway, only to be hit and killed by a passing pickup. Surveillance video captured the red extended cam truck passing by a nearby business. Witnesses said it drove off at a high rate of speed. Alshon's cousin, Terrence Moore, is being treated here at UPMC Presby Hospital. He suffered a broken hip, broken leg, and broken ribs in the accident. His family says he doesn't remember anything about how it happened.
Would fall into the category of a hit and run, but it is possible that the driver doesn't know he struck something. That is something we'll weigh out once we determine or find the driver.
But Alshon's family believes that driver must have realized what happened, and police are now asking that person to come forward.
My son was drugged 25 feet, so I know he did it. He knew he did it. I'm still sad either way because he gone, but I think the person that did it should have stopped.
In Lincoln Borough, Gordon Lesh, Channel 11 News on Fox 53.
Did you give your son drugs? Are you a good mom?
Only 11 in Fox 53 there as police arrest a mother after her 3-year-old tests positive for cocaine. Investigators found the little boy living in deplorable conditions in Swissvale. Police say they took away the child from the mother, Catherine Forrest, last week. Officers found her naked, passed out in her apartment on Woodstock Avenue. Her boyfriend was also found naked and had a crack pipe. Police removed the boy. You can see him here, bug bites covering his legs. He was taken to the hospital and tested positive for cocaine, as I said. Forrest's landlord let us into her apartment today, and you can see it is a mess. Investigators write in the criminal complaint the conditions were not livable. The refrigerator was broken. There were open food containers with mold growing in the living room. Several cats and kittens were roaming around the unit. There was one burnt metal spoon on a dresser and a crack pipe found in her boyfriend's shorts. Neighbors tell us they know the little boy and they're stunned.
That's sad. That's not, she don't need, whoever parent, they don't need to have that baby because that's sad.
The 3-year-old boy is staying with her foster parents tonight, and we're told that he is doing well.
Now new at 10 tonight, residents of the Hill District and Port Authority bus drivers flood this town hall meeting in support of local transit. With recent state budget cuts, transportation funding took a big hit. Union reps say it took away hundreds of jobs and rides for thousands of people. That's why they want people to support a new transportation bill that would bring in funding.
It is a vital service that is needed by all kinds of people from all walks of life. It's a very vital service, and it contributes. Look at today's world.
Right now, the local 85 Transit Union is hoping to form a grassroots coalition of anyone who can join. This meeting tonight at the Hill House is the second of a series of forums to come.
Pittsburgh's police are still looking for a person of interest in the shooting death of a toddler. 3-year-old Zamir Sewell died after being shot in the head early Tuesday morning in Homewood. Zamir was sleeping on a bed next to his sister when the gun went off. Police believe 18-year-old Gregory Dalton may have been in the room when the toddler was shot. He's the boyfriend of Zamir's mother. A memorial continues to grow outside the Homewood apartment where the boy died. Police say Dalton, who also goes by the name Yellow, may have run from the scene with a gun.
Can you tell us what happened?
Nothing at all happened in retrospect. They just love this. You know, it's a shame.
It's a story you saw first on 11 and Fox 53. We were there as Andrew Humbles was taken to jail. He's accused of trying to rape a Bethel Park woman on the Parkway. Police say it all started when Humbles picked up the 52-year-old victim on East Ohio Street just after midnight on Wednesday. Police say that's when Humbles claimed he ran out of gas and pulled over to the side of the road. The victim says Humbles tried to rape her, but she got away when a PennDOT truck pulled up behind them. The woman in that area, women now are worried that it could happen to them.
I always walk with a friend, or I never walk by myself. And that's pretty much it.
Right now, Humbles is in jail charged with indecent and simple assault.
And a local daycare worker will stand trial on new molestation charges. 25-year-old Matthew Byers is accused of inappropriately touching several boys, some of whom he met at the Tender Care Learning Center in Scott Township. Byers' attorney said his client waived all the charges today in the interest of the children involved.
The purpose of a preliminary hearing is for a very low standard of review, and we think the issues surrounding this case are better dealt with up the street.
Byers' attorney says he's expecting more charges to be filed.
A toolbox triggers an explosive scare at a Peters Township shopping center. We followed this as breaking news at noon today. The bomb squad was called out to the Water Dam Center on Route 19 for a suspicious package. Part of that parking lot had to be closed. Again, the suspicious box turned out to be a toolbox.
A Westmoreland County woman accused of stealing thousands of dollars from her daughter's cheerleading squad strikes a deal with prosecutors. We caught Jenny Lynn Delavecchio walking out of court today after answering to those theft charges. Prosecutors say when she was the treasurer of the Derry Area Cheerleaders Parents Booster Club, she stole $12,000. We're told the girls didn't have enough money to buy uniforms.
Jenny Lynn is a single mother with 2 daughters, raising them on a very tight budget, and this has been humiliating for her. And like I said, we're just grateful that we were able to work something out today that's going to help put this behind her and let her move on with her life.
Delavecchio's attorney says they did reach a deal. She'll have to pay back that money as well as restitution on top of that.
It was another terrible day on Wall Street. The Dow losing all of yesterday's gains and more. Analysts blame the plunge on several factors, including debt problems overseas. Investors fear American banks that invest in European banks will be hit hard if countries like Greece and Italy default on their bonds. Another problem, yesterday's announcement by the Federal Reserve that interest rates will stay low for the next 2 years. That caused investors to dump stocks, fearing little to no profit.
Very likely we're going to see some significant ups and downs as investors begin to price in a slowing economy, weaker earnings, and that typically means lower stock prices.
The Dow lost 519 points today. It is the third time in the last 5 days of trading the index lost more than 500 points.
In the black and gold zone now as the Steelers get ready for their first preseason game against Washington. 7 players have already been ruled out. Most notable, Bryant McFadden, Chris Kemoeatu, and Emmanuel Sanders. And late this afternoon, we learned the 7th-round draft pick was hurt at practice. Coach Tomlin says it's a good time for the rookies to step up.
This will be a significant step. It'll be telling in some instances what people are capable or willing to do. So we are excited about it.
The goal is to make some big plays, go out and execute assignments, and most definitely, no question, to win. You know, we want to go out there. This is our first kickoff for the year, and be smart, but go hard and win.
Channel 11's Rich Walsh is traveling to Washington, D.C. with the Steelers for the preseason game. Look for his reports on Friday right here on Channel 11 News on Fox 53.
Snow in August.
Speaking of the weather, downtown Pittsburgh turning into a winter wonderland for The Dark Knight Rises.
I hate winter and real snow, so I'd rather have that.
As you can see, not everyone is digging it. We'll tell you why ahead.
What we're finding out is that these scammers are possibly harvesting information for identity theft.
The IRS is warning about a new tax trick out there, what you need to know to protect yourself.
And next, a carnival worker in big trouble for allegedly being drunk on the job. Why police say he put families in danger. A ride operator arrested.
Police say he was drunk at the controls. That man is in jail tonight because of something a child noticed he was doing.
Channel 11's Amy Marcinkiewicz has the story now from the Butler Farm Show.
I love it here. It's fun. Woo! The Butler Farm Show is in full swing. Lots of family fun, food, and rides. But Tuesday night, police arrested this man, 47-year-old Todd Boyer, a carnival worker for J&J Amusement. It was here by this ride, the Ring of Fire, that a mom and her daughter noticed the worker taking a bathroom break. Police went up to him, saw that he was drunk, still operating this ride.
They were on top of this in a matter of seconds. The gentleman involved was accosted and placed under handcuffs. The state police arrived, and the gentleman was out of here within 15 minutes and incarcerated in the Butler County Prison. This is a family-oriented show. We're very proud of that. We're 63 years old, and we just cater to the families.
Boyer employed not by the farm show but by the amusement ride company. We pulled the suspect's record and found out he has active warrants out for him and has an 11-page rap sheet for DUI-related charges. Those who come to the fairgrounds are glad the guy is gone and say this won't ruin anything.
We just came for the day. This is our second day here.
Yeah, and it's nice to get out.
Yes, it's beautiful, yes.
J&J Amusement didn't want to go on camera but says it has a code of conduct and Boyers does not work for them anymore. Amy Marcinkiewicz, Channel 11 News.
And new details now on shots fired at a family's Fayette County home. The man police say fired a high-powered rifle toward the home, turned himself in today. The bullet just missed a man and his grandson. Police say 28-year-old Jeremy Staley was showing the gun to a friend last month when it went off. And police say children were in the room at the time. Staley said it was an accident, but now he is charged with 2 misdemeanors and a felony for discharging the gun into an occupied structure.
Indiana State Troopers bust a drug operation they say was being run from a hotel room. Troopers arrested Rayshawn Williams, Antoine Rice, and Shanita Macon yesterday afternoon at the Quality Inn and Suites in White Township. Investigators say the 3 had marijuana and crack cocaine on them, in addition to cash and 6 cell phones.
8 hikers and a dog are back home safe after getting lost on a Lawrence County trail. We followed this as breaking news last night. Those hikers got off the trail late yesterday afternoon in McConnell's Mill State Park. They had cell phones but couldn't get service there. Well, eventually, the hiker's mother was able to get in contact with the group and found out they were lost. Crews found them nearly 4 hours later. None of the hikers was hurt. And Verizon workers continue their strike in downtown Pittsburgh, pleading for fair negotiations. The chair of the state Democratic Party, Jim Byrne, paid them a visit today to show their support and his support. Verizon spokesperson says the situation's out of hand. They won't tolerate the violence. Verizon claims protesters are blocking businesses and streets and even assaulting Verizon managers.
And they actually forcing 45,000 people out of work, out of employment. They want to take away their wages, pensions.
We're in an area of intense competition, so we're looking for the union to work with the company to adapt to the changing environment we're in so that we can compete and survive.
Well, Verizon is offering a $50,000 reward for information leading to the arrest of the alleged assaults that happened on 7th Avenue.
Snow covering the streets of downtown Pittsburgh. In August, Mother Nature doesn't have those superpowers, but Batman does. And the snow is part of the filming for The Dark Knight Rises. Production of the new Batman flick is in full swing downtown. Crews have lined Oliver Avenue with the fake flakes for a scene involving the Batmobile. Some people we talked to are pretty excited to see the Hollywood effects here in Pittsburgh. Others, though, well, they're not so happy about what it's doing to traffic.
It's just exciting. I want it to stay. Can we keep doing this?
One more thing to make you sit here, and it's just frustrating.
Business owners want customers to know that just because the streets are closed, the shops and restaurants are still open. The movie shoot is causing some big detours for downtown drivers, as we said. Oliver Avenue is closed from Wood Street to Grant Street. Sidewalks have limited access while crews are filming. Smithfield Street is also closed between 5th and 6th Avenues, and Grant Street is closed between William Penn Place and Wood Street. Those detours are set to be lifted by 5 tomorrow morning. Like father, like son, both will stand trial in the death of an elderly woman. Still ahead, why one of them may testify against the other.
And crooks tricking people into believing they have a big tax refund coming their way. We're learning how local churches are involved in this new scheme. That's next.